You can't,
So
you cannot make this level of incompetence up. This
no,
sounds like something off a movie.
it definitely feels like it for me.
And the second time they gave him the medication, was that
I'm
person
there.
licensed or trained on how to give medication, prescribe medication?
Yes, the person that gave it to him, she was a nurse. Because after the situation had happened, the superintendent and the head of health services was like, "Oh, we're going to have a licensed registered nurse at the campus from now on giving medication."
So nobody at the counselor's office, when you spoke to them saying, no more medication to my child, I'm going to do it myself. I'm
Yeah, no,
coming on Monday to pick it up.
she she did not
They
relate
never
it.
spoke with the
No,
nurse. They
no.
never spoke with the nurse. Greetings, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the People's Global News Network. Welcome to another episode of the People's Global News Network, a network where we didn't come to lighten up, we come to tighten up. A network where we will speak up for those who don't have a voice. We are willing to challenge the powers that be and speak truth to power. We're going to bring you a shocking story today of a young child that was overdosed, not once, but twice at his local school. Even when the mother proved to them that they made a mistake and overdosed her child, and they didn't call 911, didn't send the child to the hospital after she did every due diligence to make sure they didn't do it again. She's at the school when they did it a second time. Let's let her tell the shameful, sad story of what happened to a child being overdosed at the local school that he's assigned to. Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for having the courage to expose what took place with your child at his school. Take us from the very top. Tell the people across the country, here in America, what happened with your son.
So I have a 6-year-old. He was diagnosed with ADHD about 2 years ago, and I had started letting the school give him his medication in the morning, and he would go to the nurse, and they would give him his medication. It was one pill per day, and there was no issues. And I get a call, and the woman on the phone, who I presume was the nurse, she let me know that he was accidentally given 2 doses of his medication. So of course I immediately go into panic. I'm like, "Hey, like, is he okay? Like, did you call the ambulance? It's like I'm at work. I can leave work. I'm on my way." And she was like, "Oh no, he's fine. We have the nurse here. She took his vitals. Everything was normal. She gave me all of his vitals, and I work in the medical field, so the numbers she gave me, they were all normal." So I started asking questions. I was like, "Hey, how did this happen?" She proceeds to tell me that the person that gave him his initial dosage did not document it. So once the person that was after her came in and seen there was no documentation of him getting his medicine, someone gave it to him again, resulting in him being double dosed. So I'm like, okay, where, like, is this person fired? Where is this person that did this? Because she initially is responsible for him being double dosed. She's like, "Oh, we spoke with her. She apologized for the misunderstanding and things like that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, did y'all call poison control?" Like different things. My son takes a level 2 narcotic. This is not just like a regular pill. This is a drug. So she was like, "Oh no, we didn't call poison control. We didn't call this person. We just called you." So I had to call poison control. I had to call his doctor. I had to call all these people. And then I still ended up having to take him to the emergency room because I'm not aware of what's going on with him internally. Like, yeah, on the outside, he seems fine, but I'm not aware of what's going on with him internally. So I had to take him to the ER. And basically, the doctors at the ER was like, you just have to let it kind of go out of his system. Just expect his like side effects to be prolonged. And so I spoke with the school again after I had taken him to the ER, and I was like, "Hey, y'all are not giving him his medication anymore. Like, do not give him any more medication. I'll be up there on Monday morning. I'll come get whatever is left, and I'll give him his medication at home from now on."
And what day was
So
this?
This day was on Friday.
On a Friday, okay.
Yes.
And the overdose took place on a Thursday?
It took place on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. You
Yes,
communicated
October
with the
1st.
school. You communicated with
Yes.
the school and told the principal on that Friday, don't give my child any more medication. I'm coming on Monday to pick everything up.
I
Go right
spoke
ahead.
with, it wasn't the principal I spoke with the counselor. This was the person that was calling me back and forth
Okay.
about what was going on with my son. So
Did the principal ever reach out to you about this?
No.
So your child is overdosed, giving medication, overdose. We also learned that the person who gave him the medication wasn't even licensed to do so.
Neither one. Nobody that
my
gave
God.
him, no one that gave him medication was a licensed medical professional.
Or
Nobody.
even trained to do this.
No.
And then the principal still hadn't contacted you yet.
No, that's why I went up to the school that Monday to speak with her myself, because she hadn't reached out to me at all.
And you tell the school, don't give my child no more medication. I'm coming on Monday to pick everything up.
Correct.
Tell the shocking story to the audience and to the public what happened on that Monday.
So Monday morning I get there. I asked to speak to the principal, and I also let them know I have to go to the nurse's office to sign out the rest of his medication. They said, okay. I send my son off to class. I told my son, hey, go ahead, go to class. Mommy will see you later. As I'm sitting in the office waiting to speak with the principal, the secretary comes up and tell me that they have given my son medication. So immediately I'm like, okay, I gave him his medication already. I spoke with the counselor and I let her know I'm going to give him his medication before he comes to school. So this basically results in him being overdosed on his medication again. Basically like 42 hours later.
You cannot make this level of incompetence up. This sounds like something off a movie.
It definitely feels like it for me.
And the second time they gave him the medication, was that person licensed or trained on how to give medication, prescribe medication?
Yes, the person that gave it to him, she was a nurse. Because after the situation had happened, the superintendent and the head of health services was like, oh, we're going to have a licensed registered nurse at the campus from now on giving medication.
So nobody at the counselor's office, when you spoke to them saying, no more medication to my child, I'm going to do it myself. I'm coming on Monday to pick it up.
She did not relate.
They never spoke with the nurse. They never spoke with the nurse. No communication.
No. Her excuse was that it was a busy Friday for her and that they were short-staffed, so she was basically overextended. So she did not relay this message that I deemed was very important, by the way. She didn't tell anybody. And then when I confronted her about it, because they brought her to the office, and I asked her, I was like, hey, why didn't you relay this message? And that's when she told me, oh, it was a busy Friday. I just wanted to make sure he was okay. And my main focus was just making sure he was okay. And it was just a very chaotic day. And she was so apologetic. And I'm just sitting there like,
as a father, I'm appalled. Do they realize they could have killed this kid?
Twice.
Do they realize that this boy could have had seizures? He could have went into a coma, a heart attack. This is a narcotic that they're overdosing him with. This ain't over-the-counter Tylenol. This is a narcotic. Oh my God! And when was the paramedics called?
Never. I took my son to the ER twice, actually, because that Monday when I brought him to school last week, he was throwing up. So I had to bring him again. I was the one bringing him to the hospital. I was the one that called poison control. I was the one that called his doctor and let his doctor know what was going on so I can get him in to see his doctor. It was all me. They didn't call anybody.
What school district is this and where in Texas?
It's in Temple, Texas. It's Temple ISD.
And what school does he attend?
Kennedy Powell.
Kennedy Powell. How old is he again?
He's 6.
Jesus. You're overdosing a 6-year-old.
He's a scrawny little thing, too.
You're overdosing a 6-year-old twice with a narcotic.
Yeah.
And never called paramedics.
Nope.
Oh, my God. You can't make this stuff up. The level of gross negligence and incompetence is off the scales here.
Yeah.
Mother, You really just can't put it in words. I can only imagine what you were going through.
It's
What did this do to you when these things happen?
it's um it's been rough. I'm constantly worried about him. Every day I send him off to school. Um and then it's like I want to take him out of school and I don't ever want him to go back. I've definitely kept him home a few days. If I've woken him up and he seems a little warm, I'm keeping him home. Like he's been home quite a few days. Mentally, it's exhausting, it's draining, and then the level of disregard for like my feelings and things like that. Like I've yet to receive an apology from anybody. I've yet to receive anyone take accountability for what happened. Um, I've definitely not been able to sleep. Um, yeah, it's been tough.
And this is Temple ISD in Temple,
Yes,
Texas. And
yes.
give us the name of this school one more time.
Kennedy Powell Elementary.
Mother, thank you for coming forth and having the courage to tell the story of what happened to your child and to be the voice for your child. That school district must be held accountable. They must not get away with ever doing this to another child. Those who are involved in this should be fired and terminated. You're overdosing a child not once but twice with a heavy narcotic, and all you can do is say, well, we were so busy, we know what the hell we were doing. Then you had people administering the medication that wasn't even registered or trained to do so. This is absolutely unacceptable. The principal should be fired. Whoever administered medication should be fired. The counselor who didn't convey it to the nurse should be fired. They need to clean house and
I
give
agree.
this mother a sense of security and give other parents whose students and children attend that school that their child is safe with competent adults and a competent teaching staff and administrators who will protect their children. Thank you for joining us, my sister. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for having
being with
me.
us. And you
Thank
hug
you
that
for
young man tight. And we will
I do.
continue to investigate this story. And we will bring further updates to you, the public, about this case as we continue to investigate it and look into this. Thank you for joining us. Please share this story as you so faithfully always do. We have a beautiful nationwide audience. Continue to spread this story across the entire country and the world. Thank you, brothers and sisters.